Samurai. The word alone conjures up images of fierce warriors, deadly swords, and a code of honor that's off the charts. These warriors were not just fighters, they were the epitome of discipline and skill, embodying the spirit of Japan. These guys were the real deal, the elite fighting force of feudal Japan for centuries. They trained rigorously from a young age, mastering the art of combat and strategy. Think knights in shining armor, but way cooler. Unlike their Western counterparts, samurai were also scholars and artists, making them a unique blend of warrior and intellectual. From the 12th to the 19th centuries, samurai weren't just soldiers, they were the backbone of a whole social order. They served their lords, known as daimyo, with unwavering loyalty and were integral to the feudal system. They were the muscle behind the ruling class, enforcing laws and keeping the peace, or at least trying to. Their presence was a symbol of stability and order in a time of constant warfare and political intrigue. But these weren't just mindless killing machines. They followed a strict regimen of physical and mental training, ensuring they were always at their peak performance. Samurai were expected to be well-rounded individuals, skilled in poetry, calligraphy, and even tea ceremony. These cultural pursuits were not just hobbies, but essential aspects of their identity. Talk about a diverse resume. Their ability to balance the art of war with the art of peace made them truly remarkable. They were bound by a strict code of conduct called Bushido, which emphasized honor, loyalty, and self-discipline. This code was the moral compass that guided their actions and decisions. Breaking the code was a one-way ticket to shame and dishonor, something no self-respecting samurai could stomach. In extreme cases, they would commit seppuku, a form of ritual suicide, to restore their honor. Their influence on Japanese culture is undeniable. They left an indelible mark on the nation's history, shaping its values and traditions. From the art and literature they inspired to the values they embodied, the samurai continue to fascinate and inspire people around the world. Their legacy is preserved in countless stories, films, and cultural practices. They're the stuff of legends, and their story is one heck of a wild ride. The tales of their bravery and skill have been passed down through generations, captivating audiences both in Japan and abroad. So, buckle up, because we're about to dive deep into the world of the samurai, exploring their origins, their code of honor, their badass weaponry, and their lasting legacy. We'll uncover the secrets behind their legendary status and understand what made them such formidable warriors. Get ready to learn about the true meaning of warrior spirit. The samurai were more than just fighters. They were the embodiment of a philosophy that valued honor, discipline, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. Picture this. It's the late 12th century in Japan. The air is thick with the scent of cherry blossoms, and the landscape is dotted with quaint villages and bustling markets. But don't let the serene scenery fool you. Things are about as chaotic as a mosh pit at a rock concert. The land is rife with conflict, and the social order is in turmoil. Local lords, known as daimyo, are vying for power, and the emperor's authority is about as useful as a screen door on a submarine. The central government is struggling to maintain control. Enter the Kamakura period, from 1185 to 1333, a time when Japan got a serious makeover, and the samurai rose to prominence. This era marked the beginning of a new chapter in Japanese history. Before this, samurai were basically just well-trained soldiers working for the wealthy landowners. They were the muscle, the enforcers, ensuring that the landowners' interests were protected. But during the Kamakura shogunate, a new kind of military government took over, and these guys saw their chance to climb the social ladder. The shogunate, led by the shogun, became the de facto rulers of Japan. They went from being hired muscle to becoming the dominant military force in the land. The samurai were no longer just servants. They were now the backbone of the new government. This was their big break. They proved their skills in battle, defending the new shogunate and squashing rebellions like they were stepping on cockroaches. Their loyalty and prowess in combat were unmatched. They proved their skills in battle, defending the new shogunate and squashing rebellions like they were stepping on cockroaches. Their loyalty and prowess in combat were unmatched. This era saw the rise of legendary samurai clans, families who lived and breathed the warrior code. These clans became powerful entities in their own right, with their own territories and armies. These weren't just fighters, they were strategists, tacticians, and masters of logistics. They planned their battles with precision, ensuring that every move was calculated and every resource was utilized effectively. They were the brains and the brawn behind Japan's transformation. Their influence extended beyond the battlefield, shaping the political and social landscape of the country. The Kamakura period was a crucible that forged the samurai into a powerful and influential class. Their dedication to their craft, their unwavering loyalty, and their relentless pursuit of excellence set them apart. They earned their place in society, not through birthright or privilege, but through sheer grit, determination, and a whole lot of sword-swinging action. The legacy of the samurai, born in the fires of the Kamakura period, would endure for centuries, leaving an indelible mark on Japanese history and culture. Now, let's talk about the power dynamic in feudal Japan. At the top, you had the shogun, the big cheese, the head honcho. Think of him as the CEO of medieval Japan. But even the shogun couldn't run the whole show alone. That's where the daimyos came in. These guys were like regional managers, powerful lords who ruled over different territories. But here's the catch. Being a daimyo was a bit like sitting on a throne of swords. You had rivals gunning for your power, and that's where the samurai came in handy. The daimyos needed loyal warriors to protect their land, enforce their laws, and occasionally, take out the trash, metaphorically speaking. Of course, mostly. This relationship between daimyo and samurai was like a 2-for-1 deal at the warrior supermarket. The daimyos got protection and military might, while the samurai got paid, land, and the chance to prove their loyalty and honor. It was a match made in feudal heaven, or at least feudal Japan. This system of loyalty and service formed the bedrock of samurai society. It fostered a sense of duty and honor that would shape their code of conduct and influence Japanese culture for centuries to come. Imagine a code so hardcore, so steeped in honor and discipline, that it makes even the toughest drill sergeant look like a kindergarten teacher. This code is not just a set of rules. It's a way of life that demands the highest level of commitment and integrity. That's Bushido in a nutshell. The term itself translates to the way of the warrior, but it encompasses so much more than just martial prowess. This wasn't just a set of guidelines for samurai, it was a way of life, a moral compass that guided their every action. From the moment they woke up to the moment they went to sleep, Bushido was their guiding star. Bushido, meaning the way of the warrior, emphasized 7 core virtues: righteousness, courage, benevolence, respect, honesty, honor, and loyalty. These virtues were not just abstract concepts, they were practical principles that shaped every decision a samurai made. These weren't just fancy words to be thrown around like confetti at a parade. They were the bedrock of a samurai's existence, the very essence of what it meant to be a warrior. They were principles that samurai lived and died by. Loyalty was paramount. A samurai's loyalty to his lord was unwavering, a bond stronger than any other. A samurai was expected to be willing to die for his lord without hesitation. Honor was everything. To live without honor was to live a life not worth living. A single act of cowardice could tarnish a samurai's reputation forever. The weight of dishonor was a burden too heavy to bear, often leading to seppuku, a ritual suicide to restore lost honor. And courage wasn't just about facing down an enemy on the battlefield. It was about doing the right thing, even when it was difficult or dangerous. Courage meant standing up for what was just, even if it meant standing alone. Bushido wasn't just about fighting. It was about self-improvement, striving to be a better person every day. Whether through martial arts, poetry, or meditation, a samurai sought to refine his mind, body, and spirit. It was about living a life of purpose, serving something greater than yourself. The samurai's life was a life of service, dedicated to the well-being of others and the greater good. It was a code that demanded respect, even from your enemies. Respect was not just given, it was earned through actions and character. And it's a code that continues to inspire people today, long after the age of the samurai has passed. The principles of Bushido have transcended time, influencing modern martial arts, leadership, and even corporate ethics. The legacy of the samurai lives on, reminding us that honor, loyalty, and badassery are timeless virtues.